Good morning, Ma. Good morning, everybody. I love the person you have become. I say I was born in pastor. It's not this God. What I saw in pastor is I don't know, like breeze, heavy wind. I don't know, say they just want to blow them up. So let's pray. Let's pray the Spirit, wherever the person is, whether in Hong whether in Nigeria or abroad, and they get Sunday and let's just join hands together as much as we can. We just want to pray, stand in agreement, Lord, God Almighty, as your body, and say whatsoever we agree as concerning upon the earth shall be established in heaven. Whatsoever we allow shall be allowed. Whatever we disallow, heaven will support us. This morning we want to disallow this evil ways, Lord God. Say shall not go. Amen. Amen. Disciples were on the boat with Jesus, and there was a negative wind, a stormy wind that came up, and they woke Jesus up and said, "Carest not that we perish?" Jesus got up and said, "Peace, be still." This morning I rebuke that wind. Amen. For Jesus Amen. I rebuke that wind. Amen. The name that is above us. Amen. Jesus, we say, be gone now. Amen. Restore your power. Amen. Restore your activity. Amen. Calmness. Amen. In the lives of this family. Amen. Whoever this is meant for, Father, restore that evil. Amen. We say it shall not even grow. Amen. It shall not grow near the Amen. It shall not even come in another way. Amen. The ground will not shake. Amen. It will not happen to Amen. The wind will not blow. Amen. There shall be no negativity. Amen. But when something is cast out, there needs to be a replacement. Yes, so instead of that storm, Lord, we decree peace. Amen. 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 Say, Father, only your goodness. Amen. Follow this family. Amen. Follow this ministry. Amen. Follow this servant of God. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Amen. Address the health of that man of God, of that woman of God. We address their health. Say, Lord, there shall be no shame. Amen. Ask for God for perfection, for restoration. Amen. For promotion, for increase. Amen. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. All right, so Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 8. Proverbs 4 verse 8. I'll read from verse 25 first. And it says, "Prize wisdom highly and exalt her, and she will bring you to honor." Sorry. Prize wisdom highly and exalt her, and she will exalt and promote you. She will bring you to honor when you embrace her. While I was coming now, I just read Bishop Abule's message on wisdom. He was talking of products of wisdom. I saw the message yesterday, but I just put them to play this morning, and he was talking about the products of wisdom. And I remember you read it, so when you read it, I was like, he said, when you value wisdom, and that's what it means by pricing. Like we're talking about, there was something I mentioned yesterday or today before yesterday, that it is how you place value on something that affects your perception. When you don't value, we're not talking about money, we're talking about when you place value. We're talking about the way we treat the pastor. Yes, and don't carry their value. So how you value. So he's talking about the same like that. It's how you value wisdom. The price you pay on it. So when we talk about your value, maybe you value someone of God, it's how you price the person. How do you class this person? And it is in our action. It is in our heart. Our heart informs our action. So we're saying again, how you price wisdom. How do you treat wisdom? How do you receive wisdom? What do you value wisdom? Or you just discard it? How do you relate with wisdom? Some of these things that we read, or some of these words that we see, wisdom does not, you can't see wisdom as a human being like touch flesh and blood. So you can think it's ignorable and what will it matter? But growing up, I grew up with the knowledge of it is animate objects have feelings. Like animate objects, you have feelings, you are animate. But inanimate objects, like this table does not have feelings. But I realized that it's not always so. Because wisdom is not animate, right? But it has feelings. Wisdom they say money too. Money, yes, you can see money, but it's inanimate. But money knows when it is being treated well. So when you treat money well, it comes to you the more. When you treat money, it goes. So when you treat wisdom, how you value wisdom determines how so much of wisdom comes to you. And I think all of us can just relate with that. Anything you treat well, you give regard to once more. Once you upload, whatever you don't treat well, just wants to move away from you. So you were saying that when you treat wisdom well, when you value wisdom, and this translation is saying when you prize wisdom, you put a premium on it. You can buy it for any, if they keep, maybe they're doing that thing, that auction you do, somebody places this amount on it, for you to get it, you keep putting a premium on it till it comes to you. Whatever it takes, you want to go for wisdom. Doctor, please. I think maybe she's outside. She can sit. Wisdom. The way we price it will determine whether it's going to flow to us. The wisdom not run away from us. Because when you say that it touched me. That if you value it, it will come. And how do I know? Let me tell you, as a mentor, how do I know you value the mentoring? Mentoring too is inanimate, as it were. But how do I know you place value on it? What you do with it, how you respond to it. All the pouring and the pouring. What do you do with it? Is it showing? Are you taking it seriously, or you commonize it? Right. So value is the same, and wisdom is the same way. Wisdom, when you deploy wisdom, when you embrace it and it's working in you and working through you, you're talking about it, you're even extending it to others. Wisdom knows that, I'm respected here, I'm valued here. So he wants to come more to you. But now, you were talking about promotion. First of all, explain this part. Suddenly, he just then said that wisdom promotes. He said the product of wisdom is promotion. What's wrong? That the product of wisdom is promotion. So our promotion in life is dependent on wisdom. I wanted us to listen to that message actually. That's why I said we don't have enough time to do what I want to, because that was what I was consumed with in the car. Coming here and then doing my business in the car. He says it's our source of promotion. He says it is the extent to which you embrace wisdom and deploy wisdom. Yes, she's here. And deploy wisdom that determines the promotion. So if I discard wisdom, that means I don't want to be promoted. So nobody, that if I told you that nobody wants, he said, you can feel left out, you can feel ostracized, you can feel maybe they don't like you. That's why you're not promoted. He said, it is your wisdom they promote. That don't promote you because they like you. They promote you because of the wisdom. And when she was saying that, what came to me when I started talking about value proposition, it is the value proposition you bring to the table that makes you, promoted or not promoted. What are you bringing to the table? What is my contribution? Contribution is not necessarily even the money. Even when we're doing those family, when you're doing your family something, you know how they hail some people because they're putting them on the table. And it's dropping. And so they have a voice. So they want to hear them. And that's why they say that the wise man, his wisdom does not count. When he does not have support system. But in this case, we're talking about that wisdom, that it is wisdom. If they say it is wisdom that promotes me, then I must get wisdom. And wisdom is relative for whatever it is that we're doing. Yeah, so wisdom. So where if I want to be promoted, in my husband's house, okay, or I want that promotion, I want to get better with him. I want, because I'm trying to say which promotion is between you and your husband. But let's go favor. That's promotion, Abi. So that means that I must be exuding wisdom that the guy needs. I must not be speaking foolishness. I must not be dwelling foolishness around him. And then I expect that I will still find, a place. One of the lessons of life that I've learned is that a door can be opened for you, my sister. You can be given a seat. Oh, so somebody gives you access. So that guy saw you, he liked you, so to speak, you attracted him, and he engaged you. He spoke to you and all of that. When you meet girls, there's that attraction, the emotional thing. I hope you know that it's not emotion that sustains our marriage. So he sees you, and then you are doing the lovey-dovey, like you are doing now. Everything is here. Your husband coming back from a estate, follow that to come and do recording and all of that. Sat down together, they are doing. Their emotion is still rousing. But that's not what's going to sustain that now. True. It's the door opener, but it's not the sustainer. So what is going to sustain that position and even push it beyond what the guy saw before? What is going to do that? It is the wisdom that she exhibits, the practical position. What kind of advice does he give? How does she behave? How does she speak? Does she exhibit wisdom or foolishness? Is that marrying a wise? Is there a foolish girl that married? And the ball will be dropping. But initially, it was a plain, thing, and it was emotion that was the magnet. Chemistry. Boy wants to marry girl wants to. I'm looking for wife. I say, like this fine girl. The assignment they sent him to go and do it, and look like the girl that he saw there. And all of that. But that assignment was long over. He has married the girl now. That is why the Bible says a wise woman builds her home. You are only sustained in your home or in any door open for you by wisdom. It now the what you let's your father that's coming to you. I get more to be more, I more joke So our parents have given birth to us true. I've read a series of messages and preached it where they're saying, we like to lay blame on our parents. So my parents don't do this. My parents did not do that. In fact, there was one, I can't remember, I was saying, that said, you better come off that nonsense. I listened to it last week. You better come off that trash. She should come. Okay. Please let her sit. I'll wrap up. That our parents did not do this work. Our parents don't do that work. Please look back into your life and listen to your life now. How much do your parents have to do for you? Okay, even assume that they did everything. Does that sustain you till now? Is this the generation that your parents lived? Is this generation you found yourself? Is this the generation that you lived, that you grew up in? Things that before. So when your parents were raising you, were they using internet? So could your parents now still come and help you to come and teach you how to use the internet? Does somebody understand? So you cannot say, oh, they didn't teach me. Oh, I didn't do this. My biology teacher, she's dead and gone. So they said. And it's so grateful because I wish she was alive now. I want to be in that fellowship. I've spoken about her so much that I would have wanted people to meet now. Okay, so she's gone. She's done her own. Even if she was alive now, will she teach me biology now? It's late. So why am I saying all of that? Because somebody was trying to say that the wisdom is your permanent help. You cannot be laying blame on anybody that, oh, they didn't give me this, they didn't teach me this. There are places my parents never took me to. The day I was going to Austria, my parents didn't take me to Austria. I was the one who opened my eyes and said, oh, I'm a lace merchant and I want to buy from source. And I jumped on the plane. I didn't know anywhere. And wisdom had to lead me. So we can't continue to live on that. But the whole thing about what he was saying was that the product of wisdom is what you will miss if you fail to value wisdom. If you fail to value wisdom, the product of wisdom will be missed. And part of the first one he said was promotion. So that means that in life, one can be stagnated if you don't value wisdom. He said they don't promote likeness, they promote wisdom. What is your value proposition? What are you bringing to the table? Like I said, we're not talking about which money are you bringing, which one, where there is need to bring money to wisdom, then money becomes wisdom. Whatever you need to do part time that you are not doing can affect your rising in life. And they explain promotion as advancement. That was when my mind just keep my mind. In this year of advancement, that means that we need wisdom, like before. And to connect wisdom with the month where we are in, wisdom is the application of knowledge. This month before I left, he told me, that when there is bankruptcy of knowledge, wisdom cannot take place because what do you want to apply? You don't have anything to want to deploy. So that is why we go hand in hand. This morning, may the knowledge of it filled into our tank again today. Enter those tanks. May your tank not feel full so that you not taking knowledge. And as we take in the knowledge of today, may God give us the grace to apply this knowledge so that we can be wise. So that as we begin to do the work that God has called us to do, our value proposition on the table will cause us to advance. Amen. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. I want to keep out of the way for our beautiful facilitator, my beautiful sister. Are you ready for this? Yes. So we're going to receive it. Mrs. Bimbo Balogo of Vpwm Consult. You come take us on team building. We celebrate. Let's do justice. Thank you so much for inviting us this time and your wisdom.
Good morning, I'm very excited to be here. I'm invited to do one of the things I love to do. One of the things I enjoy doing. So good morning, all. Okay.
That's okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay, how are we this beautiful morning? Everybody must be. You must express how you feel. How are you feeling this morning?
Great. Awesome. I'm excited. Happy. I'm feeling joyful.
Expectant. Hey, you're putting me on the spot. Happy. Superb. Aha. These women are just giving me ginger this morning. So I'm so happy to be here. How do we come to this now? Okay.
It's done up, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you again, Pastor Maya, having me again. Thank you for inviting me again. I don't take it for granted. My name is Katim Bola Palu. Yes, so I'm an entrepreneur and a trainer. I enjoy training. I'm an HR consultant as well, and my area of specialty is in helping businesses optimize their teams for the business. Whatever business we are in, whatever organizations we are in, people are the pillars of growth. They are the biggest pillars of growth. And so that's why we are all here to sort of understand team building. Because without a rich understanding of how to get people, to do and achieve the vision, the goals that you set, it will be very, very difficult if you don't understand it. But to set up our discussion this morning, let's do a bit of fantastic. So we are going to move our bodies a little bit. Yeah, it's training, yeah, but it will be very interactive. so that the lessons stay better. So this is the instruction on the screen. You're going to move around and have short conversations with at least one person. Okay, one person. You ask for their name. I'm assuming we know ourselves. Yes. It's an assumption. Okay. So ask for their leadership or management style. We are managing people, even if it is at home, even if it is in the office. We manage people, right? Maybe, yeah. So ask for their leadership or management style and why that is their preferred style. Because that style must have been giving them some level of results. You get people to do what you want them to do in your own space and circle. That's the reality. We are managing people and we are getting them to grow. So how is that happening for you? So let's do that in 5, 7 minutes. And then I'll just randomly pick anybody to share a story of the person that you spoke to. Yes. So let's see. Their name, their management style, how are they achieving results so far? How have you been achieving results so far? What's their style? Yes. Right, 9:26. I'm gonna stop you by 9:10. 3 minutes more. One minute more, and we are done. About 10 seconds more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1. Thank you very much. Time up. Time up. And let's stop at the random now. And let's take our position. You see me? Wow, how was that? Nice. Again, I'm just going to randomly call on you.
Okay, so a preferred leadership style is the Zofia leadership style because she currently works with other leaders. So she believes that they know what to do, they're already good at the job, so she can leave them to use their initiative to come up with solutions or to get work done.
Is she correct?
Yes.
Very good. All right, thank you for sharing. And you? Okay.
She goes to the grassroots and tries to understand, people, so that she'll be able to, because when she knows their weaknesses, their strengths, and she can be able to manage them and when they have the resources in them.
So good. Pastor Favor, is she correct? So good. All right, we're going somewhere with all of this. And then we'll do this. All right? It is called the pattern game. Are we all together? I can see pastors on their phones. You're taking pictures. Fantastic. So this is a pattern game. All right? So I have two patterns pasted on the two ends of this room. So we're going to break ourselves into 3 groups. How many are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 14. We're 14, right?
Yes.
So we can break ourselves into 3 groups of 4 groups. Okay? So this is the instruction. We are leaders, and we're going to be giving instructions to our team members, right?
Yes.
So it needs to begin with us first. Let's see how much of instruction we can take in and follow and execute. But we need to understand what the goal is. The goal is to recreate the patterns that you can see on the walls in the room. Okay? That is the goal, to recreate the patterns. So you have all the tools that you're going to use. Don't worry about that. Have all the colors and all the tools that you need to build. Okay? So the first instruction is all the team members will go once to check and decide the pattern they will be creating at the start of the game. So we pick numbers, say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all ones in one group, all twos in one group, all okay, to be 1, 2, 3, because we want to be 4. We want to be 4, right? No, we want to be 3 groups. We want to be 3. It's 1, 2, 3. We want to be 3. We want 4 in each group. Yes. Fantastic. So all ones, you will go and check, and all of you will decide together which pattern should we recreate. Okay? It's a teamwork, right? You all look at it one at a time, one group at a time. You look at it. Which pattern should we replace, guys? And somebody is saying, this one will be complex. Then let's do this one. Anyway, all of you must decide, okay? And then when you are done, you come back to your seat. The next group will go look at the two and look at the one you feel will be easier for you to recreate. So when you are done, I have a marketplace there. Okay? You will go and pick how many? Maximum of 7. Maximum of 7. 7 items. Maximum of 7 items. Fantastic. 7 items. When you pick it, then you start. You assign one person to go and pick. Then you come and then you start to recreate. Don't forget, we want to do what? We want to recreate the pattern that you choose. All right, so without discussing, a member of the team will go to the tools table to pick what? A maximum of 7 items. How many members of the team will go? 1. Fantastic. 1. But all of you will decide together. When you are now back, you choose one person to go. You are the one that knows what you see before you choose. Just choose one person to go and be representing you in the marketplace. The team can go to exchange their tools as many times as possible. So if you feel like we need follow and we do not pick it, you can go and exchange it from time to time. But for every time you go, you must not have more than 7 items that you started with. The team member checking cannot give instructions to his teammates while checking. You cannot be there and say, hello, what did you say we should bring? It is what you have got. So this room must be silent. No. Are we together? Yes. Game time is 15 minutes. Okay. So, any questions? Any questions? All right. So let's pick our numbers. So we said it's 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay, let's start now.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Fantastic. So all 1. And you sit together. All 2 sit together. All 3 sit together. Let's see how that goes. All 1 sit together. 2.
Also, 3. 3. Yes. Who has the 3? 2 from here. That's right there already. We have 1. Yes. 1.
Are we set? Let's settle down. Everybody is set.
Okay.
Okay. Group 1, you can stand up, look at the 2 patterns and decide which one are you going to create. So this is pattern 1, and the other one is pattern 2. But you are not going to. You ready?
Check it.
Let's check. Are you done? You're still checking, please. Let's wait. Group 3, right? This is group 3.
Oh, this is group
Yeah, I know. Group 3 can wait. Are you done? Group 1 is not. Yeah, move closer. Group 1, you have 30 seconds left to decide. Well, much as the resources you have can serve you. As much as resources you have can serve you. 10 seconds, group 1. All right, group 2, it's your turn. Oh, are you good? Choose a pattern 1 or pattern 2. Choose a pattern. Decide together and choose a pattern. So please, you can pick a cardboard. Group 2, that's your cardboard. Group 3, you have. Oh, are you done?
No,
Not
yet.
yet. Okay, please hold on. We'll all start at the same time. What's going on? What is going on? No, we cannot write. No, we cannot write. We can only communicate. We cannot write. We cannot write. No, we are not ready. Not yet. Is it a group? Oh, great. Group 2, are you? Yeah, ready. Group 3. Decide which pattern are you going to do? No, you can say first. Okay. Waiting for group 3. Group 3. Hold on. Are we good? Are we ready? Not yet. Okay. Yes. Ready? Fantastic. Group 2, pattern 1, and group 3,
Pattern 2.
fantastic. You can sit. So pattern 1, go to the market first, come to the tools table. You cannot write, you cannot scribble anything on papers to take to the tools table, no. If you do that, look at the penalty. Any group that flouts the rules will have their tools reduced by 1 for each violation. So violation, you cannot snap, and then you are using it to recreate. No, you cannot. Group 2, please go to the tools table. You cannot write on the paper. Group 2 is not yet your turn. Group 3. Your time starts. Let's wait for everyone to pick their tools so that we can all start at the same time. Yes, please. Sorry?
They're not all the colors are not exact.
The colors are not. Yes, yes. So you reinvent. You can pick any 7 items that you believe you will need. It must not exceed 7 per time. So this is 1, 2, 3, 7. Very good. Are you done? Okay. You have 2 seconds to leave that table. 2 seconds to leave the table. And then ensure you are recreating. You write the pattern on top, pattern 1, so that we can compare. When we are done, you will score yourself. Fantastic. Group 3. Yes. You cannot communicate with her. You cannot communicate with your team while you're on the table. Just face the table and pick 7 items, and then you take it back to them. You cannot write. You cannot. What is happening on that table, Pastor? You cannot. Yes. So please focus. Are you distracted?
No, I'm not.
Your time has. You are drawing. I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting. We'll start in 10 seconds once she's done. You cannot write on any other place. Focus. Don't start yet, please. We agreed on 20 minutes. That's too long. Let's stick to 15. Let's stick to 15. No, that is not allowed. You cannot be looking at your pattern and picking. Just pick random colors and start creating. You cannot do that. Start with these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you only have 5. Pick 2 more items and go. So anytime you don't need anything on your table, please go back and return it because somebody else might need it. Another group might need it. Are we together? Are you done? Fantastic. So your time, you're looking at the pattern and you're creating. Please write the number on top so that we can use that to. Your time starts now, 9:51. So we are going to stop you in 10:05. 5 minutes past 10. I'm not even scratch the surface. You just want to build towards discussion today. Have 15 minutes.
Sorry about
Well done, well done. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 5 more minutes.
Are you sure? I'm not really good. Sorry, are we allowed to look at
The pattern. Yes, you can. You can look at it. Oh yes, that's what will guide you. You can. One place. Well done, pastors.
And so, green.
minutes more. Wow, excited. So good. Well done. 2 minutes more, 3 minutes more. Lovely energy. Lovely. So good, so good. And 1 minute more. Fifty seconds. No. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. By 30 seconds. I love what I'm seeing. Wow. For our creators. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Going. Oh my God. 10 seconds.
How we are sharpener?
10 seconds. 10 seconds. Please go and check if you find another color that you're looking for. Since there is no sharpness. 5 seconds.
Makes the green white.
Yeah.
Where is the
Are you the video want to say teamwork? Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork.
All right. 2, 1. Time. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
Yes,
How was that? You're learning for a prize, but how was that? Oh, I love the effort. We give it to us. key success factors. Okay, how were you able to recreate this? What worked for you? What worked for us is that we're able to leverage on one of our members who are shopping naturally. So she went to market, she was able to get all the colors. It's a natural strength to shop. Yes. And then we have someone who is good at drawing the lines.
The
So
lines,
it's able to go
yeah.
back.
She's in the educational sector, so she knows how to measure, the measurements, the drawing.
So the others, and that was drawing the way coloring and saying stuff.
So we leverage on the skill.
Yes. Good. On everyone's strength. Leverage on everybody's strength. We're able to identify their strengths. And we were secure enough to say, go. What's your strength?
Thank you.
Shine your shine.
I shine my shine.
All right. So
Tell us how was the experience for you?
it was fantastic.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we have challenges.
Time was one of our biggest challenges.
Yeah,
right?
and then she can drop, but she's not feeling fine.
Oh my.
And so we have to be saying sorry.
Yes, so important.
And for her, she has a little bit color blindness,
Okay, so what's her strength?
but she can paste.
She pays?
Yes, she can.
Fantastic.
So for her too, she can. So as we were trying to paste, we couldn't get enough material. We have
Yeah.
to provide.
The resources always
Our sofa, okay, yes.
The resources always for that. You don't always have what you need to achieve
So
what you want.
we're able to improvise and
That's the point. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point. Group 3. How about you? Tell us about your experience.
So group 3, we were short of materials.
Of
but we used what we
course, that
had.
was intentional. Of course.
Yeah, so we're able to do the countings. We got our
Fantastic.
figures right. We couldn't get the colors completed, but we did our best
To come this far.
Yeah, to get coordinated with the colors.
Good, good. In terms of your team, how did you leverage?
Okay, so we worked together and from the division.
Right,
2 of us handled the division. And
Right.
then we all did the coloring
right,
together. So
right.
we
At the
were-
point, they were looking for ruler, but your
Yeah.
lines are straight. How do you do it? Your pencils.
She's good.
Yeah.
Drawing.
I'm very good at eye coordination.
Yes,
What I do,
yes.
so we're able to do
Yes, that's what staff
Then we have a very colorful-
You think?
Person.
It's a very colorful person. So she actually helped us to pick that result, because we
pattern.
have to,
Okay.
and then so all the coloring together.
Good. So you all work together. That's a deal. You work together. So from all you said, okay. All right, let's settle down now and let's just get into it. From all that you have said, you can see the very first assignment was for you to go and pick your partner. And together you set a goal. And you all agree to say, this is the goal that we want to achieve. Are we together? Let me give you 1 minute to settle. Settle. We're talking about team building, how to develop strong and cohesive teams to achieve organizational goals. So your first assignment was for you all to go and what? Set a goal. So you came here, you went there, and then it took group 1 a long time until they decided. Because yes, you must set clear goals. We must agree on the direction that we all want to go. As a leader, you not just be going alone. For you to get your team members to buy into your goals, your vision, you must try to set it together. As organizations have strategy sessions, okay? And so they all think through it to say, this will be our objective for 2024. This will be our objective for Q1 2023 and all. So you all set goals together. And then you plan. You organize yourselves. Okay? And I can see communication going on all through. If you must build teams, we can't all just be silent. Communication will be flowing from top down, from down up, across all levels. We must be communicating because that is when, ideas will flow, that is where resources will flow from. Only one person cannot just say, I know it all. You can see somebody saying, oh, she is natural shopper, she's good with lines, she is good with this and that. That's the beauty of building teams, to recognize other people's strengths and leverage it to achieve organizational goals. You must know that everybody has a beauty in them. Everybody has a strength. When she mentioned that somebody had color blindness, recall that I said, what is that area of strength? Right? As you are quick to recognize weaknesses, you must identify strengths. Because if you focus only on weaknesses, you lose the point. You lose that person because everybody has got a measure of goodness, of strength in them. And when you play to their strength, they will bloom and they will add to the beauty of the results that you can achieve. So always remember that everyone has got a measure of strength, of beauty, of goodness in them, and you must find it. There's a potential in everyone. You must find it. Because if you're only just focused on pastor, this minister is, you may be right, but you are losing the point. You are not finding the good in that person. And as team leaders, that is one of our jobs. I see teamwork happen all through. I see collaboration happen all through. Nobody was just on their own. Everybody was working together. And you were together building a sense of community. Because you know that at the end of the day, when it comes out beautiful, see how team one was just like, they just, so radiant and happy, because that's the beauty of it. Building together, everybody doing it together. Not just everybody is just like this. No, there's no joy in that. But we are all leveraging our strength, and that's the sense of community. Sometimes in teams, you find that some people just have this sense of jealousy when they see that this person is strong in this area. Oh, I'm not like this person, and it seems as this person is the only one shining. You, as the leader, must catch that. Catch that and recognize that this person is having some sort of low self-esteem, low sense of confidence, and you must do a good job of building a sense of community, of making everybody feel important. Because indeed, everybody is important. If they earn a seat in your team, they are important because you have chosen them out of so many other options that you could have gone after. You chose this person, you saw something that made you choose that person. And so let the person know that you are good here. That is why we need you here. This person is good. So we all have our differences. We are all different. So don't see this person and you're feeling small. All right? But it is our job to get that done. A lot of people out there, honestly, have a very low sense of self-confidence. Resource allocation, that was intentional. Right? Because that's the reality. You will not always have what you need to achieve what you want. But you must think and recreate and come up with an alternative. Right? You must come up with an alternative. Resources will always have, but you must learn to manage what you have. So identifying strengths and leveraging it. Decision making. That happened at the beginning as well and all through when you chose that pattern and then you all decided together. You fine, huh? Sorry. Good. Conflict in opinion. Somebody will say, hey, this is what we should do, that is what we should do, don't let it fester too deep. Because it can break a team. Don't let it fester too far. Catch it. You have to be very sensitive and on top of your team. spiritually sensitive, and then you are physically aware as well to read body language, to see when somebody is withdrawing, to see when somebody, and then you want to be open to ask for, one-on-one conversations. I noticed this, Pastor. I hope you are fine. It might not even be about it, it might be something personal, right? That the person is not sharing yet. But when they see that, oh, you care, the member was not feeling well, and then they said they cared, for the person. That's the reality that we just did. That's how it plays out in real life. Because sometimes you have a big job to do, and that's why where the day unfortunately somebody is just not feeling well. And then you still need to show that love, that care, so that when the person bounces back, they give in their best as well. Perhaps when I was also down, you supported me, right? Trust. Person going to you trusted that the person will, come back and give you the right tools. Feedback, you were asking questions, you were creative. Fantastic. Please put your hands together for yourself once again. So, we're talking about goal setting. And for you to learn how to build teams, to build strong teams, not just teams. You set out setting goals. And for the purpose of this meeting, you set out crafting a vision, defining your mission, right? And identifying the core values that will shape how you will realize that mission. You can't just leave it out in the open to assume that, oh, everybody must have that, sense of integrity or whatever your values are. Do we have values?
Yes.
Fantastic. Do we have a mission?
Yes.
Anybody bold enough to tell me what the mission of this organization is? Bold enough? No. Who is bold enough? Who is bold enough that can tell me what it is? Even if it's not word for word, just try. Just try.
Restoring God's original intent through prayer, lifestyle, and environment.
Woo! Powerful. The way she even read it, it gave me chills. She believes it. She knows it. And she can confidently share it. That is how it should sit on the heart of each and every one of us in this room. Can you read it out again?
Restoring God's original intent through prayer, lifestyle, and empowerment.
Fantastic. So everything we do daily must reflect that, must lead us to that every time. Every time. We're talking about restoring God's original intent. So how are our activities? How is our lifestyle, the way we organize things, reflecting that? Because it must begin with us as leaders. It must begin with us as leaders. And then we have a set of values that will guide, that will serve as like a discipline that will always shape how we make decisions, why we choose this, why we are not choosing this, just because that mission is our focus. Restoring God's original things through prayer, empowerment. So how are those pillars, how is it showing up in our organization? And how are we constantly connecting our team members to that big mission? Because that's the flag to bear. That's the goal. That is the goal, and it must be big on our minds. It must show up in everything that we do. So what does mission really mean? It is the reason that your organization exists. It is the higher purpose for doing something meaningful. And so it is so key. It is so important. It is how you create value. It is how you reach lives. It is how you transform lives. It is how you build nations. That is it. It must be burning in our hearts. And that is how our team members will catch that fire. Because you cannot have a meeting without referencing your mission. No meeting must happen within this organization. No matter how small, you must refresh your mind, you must recite it, you must believe it, you must live it. It must be core in your operations. That's the standard. That is standard. Are we together?
Yes.
It must be core. From now on, it must be core. As Psalm 91 is burning so hot in our minds, that's how this mission should be burning. Yes, so this must be burning because that is how, it just helps you find different ways to express it. We just finished creating creativity. That is how ideas will begin to flow. Prayer, okay, empowerment. Oh, what other things can we do? You recreate ideas, you design programs, you design impact programs, and changes lives. All right, so these are the reasons why mission-minded people will also want to stay with you. So there are people out there who perhaps are looking for an organization with a mission like this. There are different ministries and churches with different focus, right? But this is your own focus. How would people who can align to your mission, who can make it bigger and more beautiful, recognize that this is the place I need to be. This is where I need to serve. They can only do that when they know what your mission is. When they see how you are living your life and designing your activities, and they'll be like, oh, this is where I want to be. So it is why mission-minded people will stay with you. And it is also how you will be able to retain pastors for a long time. So we are not dealing with retention. That's the reality. Staff turnover, as it is in the secular world, that's where it is everywhere. If pastors are not blooming and they are not finding expression they might want to leave, but when your mission is deeply rooted in your organization, it's just like a glue. They find like if I go, it's like I'm disconnected from my own original purpose. All right, you are here because this mission aligns with your personal purpose. Are we together?
Yes.
It aligns with it. You believe in empowerment. You believe you should be prayerful. So all of those things connect deep into you. That's why you are here. And that is a good lifestyle. And that's why you will continue to stay here. And we all need to work together to make it bigger. All right. So a mission statement provides a clearly stated purpose of who you are, what you do, and how you benefit others. That's just what everything you have said. That is what it is. Those are the features. Why do you need a vision? Because purpose powers everything. Living a life of purpose. What you have been called to do, your assignment, your divine assignment, how do you align it to this big agenda in this organization? So it's purpose. You are here because of purpose. This ministry, you connected to it because it aligns with your purpose. First of all, you must know your own purpose. Personal identity, you must know it and be confident in it. And then that's when you will now find other purpose that aligns with you. So that's the same thing. To build people, they must connect to a purpose. You must connect to it. And you are the champion of that purpose. You are the one that will speak it with confidence, lead it with confidence, execute it with confidence. And when they see you, they'll be like, God, wow. So it also gives us focus, it drives us, it gives us direction, it gives us meaning. Because when we do things that are not meaningful, people are just not powered up. They just don't feel empowered or feel different. You've created something together now, and the energy in the room was so high. Yeah, because you saw this is what we wanted to design, and we are able to achieve something close to it. That's a goal. And that's how your mind, your eyes, your heart should always connect to your goal. It helps you achieve that spiritual alignment. That spiritual alignment, because you will know that yes, I'm doing the Father's work as well, and I'm also happy, growing, impacting lives in the process. So your mission is your statement of intent to the world, and every activity must connect to the reason the organization exists. Don't forget that. Do not forget that. So every activity you want to choose or do, check it with your mission. That's your mission, that is what you check it. Yes, you need to check it. All right? And you must always ensure that you help your team members to also find that connection. I mean, just referencing my own example, building So Fresh with my husband, healthy food. There were times that there would be fad diets that would just come online, you will hear of keto, you hear of that. And people that are doing it are making lots of money from it. And then customers were asking us to do it, but we question ourselves to say, no, our assignment is to preach you eating healthy and making it a lifestyle, not like a 3-month fad diet. Because by the time we jump on it to make money and then we go back, we're already losing our identity in the eyes of the world. So we stay focused, even if it means you lose on some opportunities, but you know that you are focused, you are strengthened, your team are aligned. So mission is critical to your growth, impact, and influence. So vision as well is an inspirational message to create drive, passion, and commitment as well. Vision is more long-term. Mission is everyday, everyday operations, everyday activities must lead us to our vision. So vision can be vision 2025, vision 2030, and all. But mission is daily. And it must eventually lead us to that vision. So your vision speaks to what success will look like for you. You want to be da 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 da. You want to be da da da. Your vision is the picture or image of the future your organization seeks to create. Okay? You need a vision to keep your teams engaged. You need a mission to keep them engaged. If you can get that principle right, you do well managing people. Just connect that goal to the core of their hearts. They will commit to it, they will be productive, they will be happy, because they would also find expression for their own purpose. Are we together? Right. So it keeps everyone focused and energized to action. Action. Do not talk too much. Even if you talk, you'll see results. But when people are disconnected, it's harder to get things done. It's harder to get things done. And these are the foundational things you must set right to build people and connect their hearts to your mission. It helps you also make better decisions. We have established that, check your activities, your actions, you check it with your mission. Is it in alignment? It helps you attract and motivate the right people. It helps you attract the right people. Even when you're doing interviews, you want to hire people, your mission should influence the kind of questions you ask. You want to, ask some questions that can help you know some information about them, and then you are checking it. Is this the kind of, people, we want to have on board? Or yes, we already have teams. How can we continue to strengthen them? So we are talking about developing and strengthening our teams. Core values as well, it influences how we work together. Okay? It influences how we work together. Do we have core values?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
So happy. Can we
Even respect, love, submission, holiness, excellence,
enjoy, and believe. And this is the same energy with which your team members carried on. Their behaviors must reflect the values of this organization. If their behaviors, for instance, doesn't reflect it, how you communicate and address the issue, ensure you connect it to have that a violation to our values. When you help them plot that dot, this is not in alignment to lead us to our mission, this behavior has to change. Okay? People care. I love that. I love that. You know, people, they're just central to the success of any goal. So your values serves as a moral compass, like I said, or guide for actions and behaviors within the team. These values, be nicely, pasted somewhere. It serves as a reminder. And so when you are calling someone, or correcting someone, it's not received as a personal attack. You let them see how you need to behave in a certain way if you must achieve and fulfill our mission. Over time, the values become unseen drivers of behavior. Integrity is so powerful. As a compass that helps you choose between this or that. Because we are always choosing. We're always having to choose. I mean, when they were asked, I could get them to say there's no ruler, there's no ruler. If you choose to just stop and give up, there's no ruler. Not doing it again. But what did they do?
Improvise.
They improvised and they went on. We moved. No ruler. Okay. We moved. There will be something else we can use.
We use hands.
We use hands. At least I have hands.
Or we can use the edge of the to draw.
Yeah.
We use leather.
Because they have that passion to complete it. Let me just go on. Let me just go on. Let me just go on. So sometimes, fear, encouragement can come to setting, but you must show up. You must show up and let that your passion for your dream to be more stronger. So your values are based on deeply held beliefs that drive your decision making, and it ultimately influences your culture. If I already, without, in fact, I could have even made a guess to say, let me just guess what some of your values would be, because I already can experience some. I've already experienced some, and that is culture. Culture is silent, but it's loud at the same time. Culture is silent, but it's loud. You will know. You will know. Because culture is about what that person feels and experiences when they're in your environment, when they're in your space. You don't need to tell me. Just take it again. People care, I think that was why it was the first one I echoed. You could feel that care. And it is genuine. Celebrate yourself. It is genuine. So, much more than what we say, do this, do that, it is what we do. It is what we model that sticks better. So, as leaders, we must model the values. Don't just know it, express it. Because for you to place a demand on a team member to deliver on something, check yourself first. Because you cannot be above the rules that you have set. You are part of it. You are part of it. You cannot say they should resume, we have prayer meeting, you should be there at Unicom. And then prayer is hot. Everybody, that's when you are not coming in. No, you can do it, but it has consequences. It has consequences. You are already breaking the passion in somebody's heart silently. 1 month feeling the passion. Because this person is found purpose here. I mean, I want to be here. I want to be part of this. But the champion is like has a different agenda. But no, our own story must not be like that. When we set those values, we must live it and model it before we can demand it. You can demand it, but if you are not living it, sorry, you will see and face the consequences. Leadership is tough, it's hard work. Anybody that tells you otherwise is a joker. I still resume my office 8 a.m. every morning, and I still do school runs. Because if I tell my admin staff it's 8 to 5, at least even if I'm not able to make it 8 all the time, I must have days that I show up 8 o'clock. But we have meetings every morning. Every morning at the end of the week. My people say, so why are you able to achieve the same standard? It is work. We have short meetings every morning, 8 a.m. What do we talk about? These things. We refresh our minds. You have an agenda every morning, and we talk about so many things. We can talk about, what's in the news this week. What are the insights in the food industry? What are the insights in this space? Who is the business leader we want to highlight and pick some lessons from what has worked for them. It's just like a knowledge sharing session every morning. Doesn't have to be long. 8 to 8, 8 to 10, we are done. So everybody goes back, start the job for the day. We have short knowledge sharing session. And we have, it's food. So there's a schedule for, talking about our pillars of food safety, pillars of customer service, pillars of, just call them pillars. And then there's an acronym that describes everything. And then we're saying today we talk about S. S is this. How do we demonstrate what S means? How will you demonstrate it today? How have you demonstrated in the past weeks? Because these things must show in our world. And we are the culture shapers. And we need to be creative, we need to be inventive, we need to, find different ways to keep engaging the hearts and minds of our team members. That's how to develop people. All right, why do you need set of values? It guides and shapes our actions. It makes decision making easier. So even if you are not there, they can make decisions that you'll be proud of. If you have to be the only one thinking strategy, operations, everything, you wear out. But if you set the strategy and, operationally people can play in their areas of strength, you'll be happy because their decisions will also be checked, using those values. What is the name? Integrity. So, set of values, it creates a boundary of what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. So it's not, they're just not list of words. They're not just list of words. I know that you know it by heart. It's high time that we need to begin to express it, to show up in our actions. And when it shows up, our team members will also model it. It's a reflection of what your organization is about. So organizational values should exist in the hands, minds, and hearts of all your team members, and it should guide their daily conduct. All right, your vision, your mission, your values do not come alive until it is what? Communicated. Until it is what? Clearly communicated. There are some vision and mission filled with bogus words. So confusing. It is not clear. So you say these people, they just don't understand. They don't think and act the way I do. Well, what have you written together? What have you conjured together? Because it just sounds good, So make it clear. Use simple words that people understand. into you. This week, how can we express that, Ask questions. Ask questions. We don't ask questions enough. Ask people questions. Don't assume that they don't know. You'll be amazed. The person that you feel is the most quiet person on your team, by the time you ask the person questions, in fact, they will come to the meeting prepared because they know that they will ask questions. And the process of asking and you are getting answers is also a process of creation. Because ideas will drop and you'll be like, how can we refine this particular idea? Maybe we cannot exactly do what she has suggested, but what other ways can we, come up and refine this idea? Ask questions. People have beautiful ideas in their minds. If you don't engage them, you don't enjoy those beauty. Ask questions. Ask good questions. Don't let your questions be filled with why, only. Why this, why that? Why did you not? Why have you not? Why did they not? It already sounds, confrontational, accusatory. How can we? How? What lessons can we pick from those who make their creative juice flow? Because they will feel important, like they want us to also contribute. Maybe I always why? And I said, Pastor Philip, why? Are we together?
Yes.
Why can work, right? But it shouldn't be your style all of the time. Because once you show up, people will just shut down. Once you show up, they will shut down. They'll shut down their hearts. They'll shut down their minds. They'll shut down their ears. And I say this here, I'm sorry. Put it low. Put it low. You are just seeing them looking at you. Maybe refreshment, not on one. They're small jobs. Look at their small jobs. Our ideas, people does not count. So what's the point? Our ideas does not count. So please, how be tactical. Even if you have come to the meeting with a grand plan, grand agenda, because you have prayed, you have received, that's the direction. Fantastic. But don't bring it. Lead them to it. So there are times that maybe, yes, this is it and that is it. But there are times that you want to make you feel like we all jointly arrive at this. That's how to get the buy-in of people. One might be sorry buying me like, it's our thing. We will do it. All right. Good. Another way you can frame, those messages, hang it nicely somewhere that people can just get to see it. During the day, it just pops again. What you consistently see is just have a way of getting stamped on your heart. You can also communicate it. There are different communication channels that you have as a group, just so you remind yourselves. But the most effective one is to do it. Model it. But the benefits of it to inspire, motivate, to remind and refresh everyone, to continually gain alignment. Because it's in gaining alignment that you continue to fulfill that assignment. So it's so important. It reinforces the leader's focus and commitment to the future of the organization. It reinforces the leader's focus. So the leader has been called. Has a grand, the bigger weight of, this is what we want to achieve. And we need, a team of pastors to get this done. It reinforces that focus. Reinforces it. Right. So, benefit shapes behaviors and it is reflected in the decisions, choices, general practices within the organization. All right, so your day-to-day decisions, actions, and conduct as an organization must continually be influenced and guided by your what? Your mission, your vision, and your core values. They're powerful. They're powerful. They're powerful. Today, you begin to see them differently. Begin to think about them differently. Begin to meditate on them differently. Meditate on your mission differently, on your values. Meditate on it differently. And who says you cannot come together to say, but I think to achieve this mission, this needs to get into our set of values. And take out some. See, mission, vision, they are living documents. They evolve. They evolve. Right? They are not like cast in stone, you cannot touch it, they evolve. So if together as a group of people or group of ministers, you can see that, oh, this is our mission. Oh, this has this. In our value, I think this should enter. It's your choice, it's your decision, so long as it helps you achieve that goal. Fantastic. Are we together?
Yes.
Any questions so far? Any real life case you want to share? And of course, me at any time. Thank you. Go ahead.
There was something that happened recently. Okay, and it has to do with the team. And I think it's about a 5-man team that work on a short project. And it has to do with book review team for the ministry. And in the course of performing duties as a team, we realized that one of us was actually not on top of her task, and we now realized that each time she was being asked the reason why she wasn't on top of the game, she had project excuses, she had excuses, and she would apologize the reason why she was unable to catch up, that she would get better and all that. But as we progressed, we realized that she was always having to come up with excuses, and it got to a state that the excuses she was given, they were no longer tenable, because initially we were empathizing, we were caring about the reasons she was given them. It now started, leaking and being streamlined to, oh, I am in a place right now where I cannot pick calls, and you know that there were certain things that were doing that had a timeline. So at the end of the day, it looked like the person that she was teaming up with, was getting exasperated. Like, you're draining me. You're supposed to be doing X, Y, Z, and you're not doing it, and you have every reason not to be available. However, the team delivered on the assignment. So
all that team members without her.
She was still on board, but somehow, we now had team functions in the sense that, okay, she's not there, or she'll come up with something, let somebody just cover the gaps. So when another task came up, still as regards the book review, and there was now a question raised that should we continue, with this person still as a member of the team? And in as much as everyone knew that she was just not able to come up, I just had this thing within me. I was feeling bad that, the team would have to let her go because she wasn't coming up, she wasn't living up, to expectations. But at the same time, the team was not ready to carry on someone that was what's it called? A chain is as strong as its weakest link. She was a weak link in that team. And eventually they had to explain to her the reason why, she won't be able to continue, and they had to, excuse her. But you said something that we should look out for the strength of someone within the team. Now, in this case, while you were sharing that, I was pondering and thinking that, can I look out for a strength, in this person? Is it possible that maybe she needs time to come up to speed? And we all don't develop, we all don't gain mastery at the same time. That perhaps she needs, to be pushed, she needs to be explained further. In that kind of scenario, what would you suggest to be done? Because when you have a goal as a team, and you have weak links. Now it's okay if it's just one, but now if you now begin to have more than one, and you have a goal to deliver on, are we now going to say that, oh, let's keep looking for the good part of the person, or maybe we need to redeploy the person to an area that the person is good at?
Fantastic. I think we just propose solutions to the problem. Because you've had several conversations with this person. Sometimes when I have team members like that, they try to think it's a capacity issue. Can this person even do what we want them to do on the job? Sometimes it's a capacity issue. But you know more details about this person, so you are able to, say, does this person have the skill set required to do this job? So if it is a yes, like 100% yes, and this person is still not pulling their weight enough, so it's a question of, do you really want to be here? What is being here, adding to you? What does it mean for you to still be on this team? Because it sounds like the person is distracted and is doing other things and not prioritizing this goal as much as the person is devoting time to other things. So it's a question of asking those deep questions. And when you're having one-on-one very deep conversations with people, you can read body language, you can read and sense their level of still want to be here, that kind of thing. And then you can make a decision there. If you believe this person has some value to add in another area, by all means, you can redeploy. Because yes, there are people who maybe by the virtue of the fact that they've been working with me, for instance, for years, their growth is just capped to an extent. And it's not like the organization is not training you. It's just that their capacity is just, capped, right? But if I still need them somewhere else, I can move them there. I do that. Move them to the central kitchen where they are doing, but I take them out of that frontline, interaction with customers that I need more people to show up better, right? You won't say because you have been here for 8, 9 years, I should just still keep you there. The market is evolving, customers' behaviors and expectations. So you will eventually have to make that call, that final call. But these are clues to help you check. Is it capability, capacity issue, an interest issue, is the person not feeling something well enough? It could be compensation, it could be recognition, has this person always been behaving this way, or this person just recently started coming up with excuses? Has the energy been always up before? Those information, you have it, and you'll be able to call a one-on-one meeting to say, hey, this has to stop because it is drawing the team back. We are not able to do this, and to keep you here, we just need to check. You really still want to be here? What are the concerns? What are the distractions? Blah blah blah. If the person opens up, that you can redeploy and you can replace. At the end of the day, if you have such more information. Thank you so much.
My daughter.
Yes, sir.
Is that okay when we're talking about the compensation, the recognition? Is there anything like too much recognition? If there's anything like that, can it affect? What's the consequence? What can be the negative consequence if there's anything like too much recognition?
Like the recognition that has now gotten to the head of the person. Okay. So what's the consequence? Is the person now misbehaving? Okay. So if the recognition is getting
I'm not even wondering, is there anything that can,
like too much
recognition? Because now you're saying maybe this person is, because in the case of a faith-based, a voluntary service, there's no the compensation is no remuneration. Okay, so for me, recognition looks more like the compensation. Acknowledging What if you've given the person the acknowledgement on that scheme? Would it not just is there a negative part of it so that you know at what point or how to stagger at what point to make it?
Fantastic. Well, while you were speaking, you referenced something. I just want to quickly touch on it, which would be that people are motivated differently. So some people are just externally motivated by what they see you do, how you treat others. They're just motivated. Some are just intrinsic. It is what you do to them that affects them. And some is word of praise. We have different, like they call it love languages, different things. And so as a leader, you want to be aware of that and you want to play a fair game. Too much of anything is bad. Okay, even if I drink water too much, I will feel bloated and uncomfortable. So too much of recognition, like any other thing, can be unhealthy to the whole team, and even the person might just, because that's, if you have only one star player and that's the only person that's always getting the recognition, naturally as human beings, you might just want to get into their heads. Okay, so and it doesn't mean you will be told, praise when the person is deserving of it. So it is still about how it is delivered, how it is communicated, the key things you want to highlight that the person has done well. So you focus on the situation, you focus on the results, okay? Because the person is generating results, so why not? And this brings me to a very typical example. On Monday, while my husband and I were coming to the office, he was telling me that he was thinking that during the meeting, because I said we have meetings every morning, he's thinking of actually thanking two people, right? As he was speaking, my head was calculating like, can it be two? Hey, out of all these people that are always showing up and doing their job. So I said, okay, who are these two people? So he mentioned their names and gave reasons. And yes, honestly, they deserve it. But he wanted to add one more thing. I said, if you add this person also has it. These two people is clear. So for instance, we have two operations managers. And along the line, in April, we had to fire one. She was floating a competing business. She stole juicers and all that. Operations manager, like number 3 in the company, and she's been with us for 4 years. She's gotten promotion, she's gotten pay rise and all of that. Whatever her reason was, so this person, current one, is not the one carrying the shoulder of, because it was not planned for. So I said, it's fine. We can recognize her, thank her. That was not the agreement we had. When we hired her, we told her you will be 2. Now, the load of 2 people has become, and yet she's still showing up and doing it joyfully without asking. Anyway, so I said yes. So it will happen, right? But it will be about how you manage it so that other people doesn't feel, so we have not been doing anything since January. So if he delivers it this way, to say the beginning of the year, you were 2, you had your colleague along the line, all of us we agree. So, and she herself hearing that, she will not be feeling I'm better than everybody. It is job specific. It is because of the specific situation that you rose up to, without making company, weak, or things have standards are dropping or something like that. Then the other person, she's a quality assurance manager, but along the line, we thought that we needed to create new products. We needed to reinvent. We are just about salads, cold salads. Customers are asking for hot food. So we came up with jollof rice. So we created hot food. And that was not part of the JDO. But because she has worked with us, she knows our heart is, we use people or just that want to, it was, and she rose up to it. So I said, fine, because we are generating revenue from those and she's not asking for. So if he shares it that way, we will all, our hearts will be happy to say, yeah, it's true. So you want to be contextual when you are recognizing people. Make it contextual and make it balanced find opportunities to celebrate everybody too when you have to. When you also have to be contextual and bring individuals to say, this person did this, you can do it as well. And I think when you do it that way, it helps the person manage it. Their ego will not be too, because they will also know that, okay, other people are doing other things too. They are celebrating them. Yeah, so, but if it's only one star player that you have, try to check it. How can others also, be developed? Because we are talking about developing and building cohesive teams. How can we develop more people so we can all shine? Thank you. Yes, ma'am. All right, any more questions? Based on questions, that's where fine. Very good. Okay, so we can go on. All right, so we've laid the background to establishing the fact that it's just important to set goals, to set clear expectations, and to communicate it, and to model it, and to demand it. You demand it. You demand it. It's very okay to demand it. So when anyone is out of line, anyone is not pulling their weight enough, bring them back to how it is not consistent with our mission, or it's not consistent with our values, whichever values that concerns, you highlight it that way. Because we must be communicating value. We don't just talk as leaders. I don't know how to explain it, but you don't just talk. You don't just say, you not do this. You can say it once in a while, but when we talk about actually communicating so that you can see a behavioral change, you must elevate how you communicate. You must elevate how you communicate. You want to communicate in a way that births behavioral change. Elevate how you communicate, what you say, how you say, when you say, and what you want to see after such sessions. So why build a team?
Can I take you?
Yes, ma'am.
So are you saying that, but I won't get what you're saying. I could have understanding from what you said now. It could mean, okay, say things in the television. Yeah. It could mean that, or because where my heart was going when you started it was that, okay, so I want to, now we're talking about in terms of the assignment we're here to do, in terms of this organization. So when somebody is failing on the assignment, and I want to communicate it. So what I thought you were saying before, I link it to the value.
You can also link it to the goal. You can also link it to the goal. What the assignment? Yes.
So I don't want to it's preaching on my chest. I want to know whether that's what you were saying by elevate your communication. Because if I just say to her now, oh, you didn't do that well, it looks general. Okay, so I didn't do it well. But if I say, you know that excellence is our cover, and this doesn't look excellent, in fact, your delivery was not excellent, then I'm hitting exactly what I expect to see.
Yes, and you are more specific because you are still saying do it.
Yeah.
This delivery.
Yeah.
Tell us what is the it that the person did not do. Yes, so we want to name that.
So let's
action.
For example, she brought up
Good.
On that team.
Good. What is the person supposed to do that the person is not doing?
The book team.
What was the person's assignment to contribute to it?
Assignment was at 6 a.m. She will open the book because normally we close the book by 6 a.m.
Okay.
Yes, that was one of our assignments.
And she doesn't do it.
Yes, it's either she says, oh, I slept off, oh, my phone alarm, I didn't get to say, oh, I didn't know it was already 6 o'clock. She was, and same thing happens when it comes to the 6 p.m. Then when it comes to collecting the names of those that were able to put in their reviews for the day, she would. In fact, there was a time that she compromised, and when she compromised was that it was 6 p.m. on the dot. You are supposed to close the group, but because you are the one in charge of the group, you now posted yours at the time you were meant to close the group. So then, and she collected the report and sent to me to just to vet it and share. So I now saw that after we mentioned that no, yours is not acceptable because it was already past 6 at the time you posted, and that I thought she would understand that her name then shouldn't be on the list of those that will reviewed for the day. So by the time she collected, she still added her name to it. So we don't have to take it back to the group that look, this is not acceptable. We mentioned it to you initially. You didn't know we're going to check. Now that we checked, you still, inserted your name in it. You went ahead. So that was another point. And she wasn't even consistent with, those reports. So
this person knew. How long has this person been in the group for?
It's relatively new, like web object of this.
Was relatively new.
No, I mean
Project is new.
the project.
Is new.
No, she's not.
That's
No,
the
she's
question.
not. She's not. And she's a member of the workforce. Yes.
Yeah, because what you have described makes it clearer, and then you still need to have those conversations with the person, and if the person's role is so critical, because opening up groups for conversation, closing it, I think it's critical group assignment. You need to perhaps reassign if it is still happening.
No,
You've already done that.
It was just at the point of when you said that we should find the strength.
Yeah,
The team
yeah,
members. So I was not
yeah.
beginning to feel that, oh,
yeah.
maybe we should.
And sometimes if you can't find it, you can't find it.
It's not there.
It's not there. I'm just saying, make the effort. I'm just saying, make the effort.
I like that. So it's not a straight jacket.
No, yeah, just make the effort. And if it's not,
What if I see the strength?
okay,
But the person does not see the strength, and so it's resistant.
okay, so make the effort to help the person see and give the person time. Make the effort to help the person see.
No, for instance, you now redeploy, and the person is not functional there because it's not seeing it and it's.
It happens, so in fact, it has happened to me. This person was performing well as outlet manager. And we thought, she's been in the system for a while. The next level will be operations manager. We put the person there, and the weight was, much more heavier. And, she was almost crumbling under the weight in spite of the mentoring. And so, maybe we could have even left her, where she was. But again, people will say, you're not promoting us, So sometimes, it can be that way. Yeah, but I think you would have tried. Others would have seen that you tried. Yes, they would have seen your effort, and that counts for something. For you as a leader as well, that counts for something. So even if some are biased as to they are not giving this person opportunity, what about when they gave somebody opportunity, so sometimes you might not just
Maybe that balance we should always try.
Yes.
We'll always.
Yes.
Scripture that came to mind now. I was thinking of that. When they asked Jesus, was it Peter that asked, so how many times will I forgive you? Jesus had to say 70 times 7. Where we always end that is Jesus meant it was endless. Why did you say no? Is that what they actually mean? No, I don't think that's what
I don't think so.
Maybe as much as
What
you
I
can.
say is not infinite.
Let it be elastic.
Yes.
But when it's elastic, there's a place where the elastic can snap.
Yes, it will snap.
Or what do you think? I want to see it from the HR perspective. Because sometimes it can be overbearing.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm very strong on balance. If you're taking it that elastic, right? 70 times 7 plus 70, before 90 times. Number one, Jesus knows that you will lose count. How can I be counting? And even if I'm counting the 490, now, how about other people?
Right.
Because most of the time, everybody's concentrating on themselves.
Right.
You look at the situation like, why is she getting angry about me?
Right.
Or forgetting the fact that there are other people that are also, within the community.
Right.
So if I have to dwell 490 times with yours, another 490 with somebody else, I could die under the weight of
Right.
this. That's why I want to know. Yeah, it's draining. That's why I want to know what would the HR say, because she's our HR. And sometimes when she comes to the defense of the people, I'm like, excuse me. Sometimes it looks as if, oh, she's more behind the people. Okay, she seems to understand it, but it looks like we're just going in circle about this thing. How many people are, it's also discouraging. I think it's also discouraging. Like you said, the passion of somebody else will also drop.
Right.
So if you see that I'm tolerating somebody, maybe I'm on the 200th time.
Right.
Somebody else too can pick on that and begin to latch in on that.
Right.
And so instead of us building upward, we are dipping the whole effort.
Right.
So at what point are we going to strive for balance? Is it something that's supposed to be endless? Or there should be a time where we're saying,
okay, yeah, thank you for bringing that twist into this discussion. So that's why again it's good to have standards, it's good to have policies that guides our operations. Because as human beings, we just need that, guide to keep us in line, in alignment with our goals. So policies helps. Disciplinary process helps, right? The fact that it's a spiritual affair doesn't mean we cannot discipline ourselves. We cannot, be called to order. Again, in dealing with cases, it will be contextual. It will be contextual because we cannot use the same yardstick for everybody. Yeah, so I hear you say, well, she's more on the people side and all of that.
no, not necessarily like that. Just because I'm not an HR, that's why I wanted your own opinion.
Okay.
If you're not an HR person, it will sound like that.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, so in managing people, it's just best to have, those standards, those policies that everybody knows about. And when it comes to managing, specific cases, it can be tough sometimes, especially if that person's role is critical. But I look at the knowledge, the skill, and I look at the attitude. You can be great at what you do, but if your attitude is bad, I'm so happy to let you go. Especially if you try to make you conform, to make you align, with giving you that yardstick. That yardstick, Pastor Mark, is figurative, yes, but it will depend on, again, what you can take, because you're saying, so if how many 490 I have life now. so and that's where you just need to make that call when we get to that breaking point where we can no longer move on, because those bad attitudes will corrupt the culture. Those excuses today will weaken the culture, of excellence, culture of, passion. And if you allow it for one person, believe me, you are shooting yourself in the foot. If you allow it for one person, you are shooting yourself in the foot just because this person delivers. So I want to overlook what the person does. It's hard. Sometimes you want to overlook it, but when you think of the big picture, it's a question of, do I want to sacrifice this person for the big picture? But this agenda is big, the big assignment. So you have to make that call. But sometimes I see, that sometimes we are afraid to maybe call this person to order or to confront this person to stop this or to question this person just because of, how valuable this person is. Sometimes you don't have to have that hard conversation. You just have to have those hard conversations with the person, Because, if it is something that has to stop, it has to stop. Right. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Why build a team? Means obvious to achieve organizational goals. That's like what else? Why build a team? Why are we having team building? Why is it important to you, Pastor? Why is the knowledge you will gain from here important? For better results. Okay, why build a team for better and bigger results to achieve goals? Ma'am? To become a better version of yourself, because when you know how to build a team, to increase productivity, increase performance, fantastic. Required. Yeah, give us one. Want to achieve the mission. To achieve the mission. Why building team?
I think it's also make the journey smoother.
To make the journey smoother.
Traveling far, the easier it becomes for us, or the more we enjoy the journey, the farther we can go.
If you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go together. I know you were hiding. All right, but remember that your organization will not what? It will not rise above the quality of the leadership and mind. Yes. You all are the sum total of the organization. Whatever growth you have achieved today is because of what you have contributed so far. So if you want it to be bigger and better and more beautiful, wow, you need to do more because it will not rise above what you believe in. It will not rise above it. The organization will not rise above the quality of the minds and leadership in it. So the more you perform, the more you deliver and you commit to the goals, to the assignment, the better the output as a team. So everybody must be pulling their weight. But we know that a group of people, some people will not pull their weight. So those people, we need to find creative ways to make them perform, or we assign them, or let them move on to other assignments. A team is a group of people with a full set of complementary skills required to complete a task. So to get people to perform, they need the right knowledge. You have to be skilled in that area. They're not skilled, then you need to upskill them. You need to train them. Okay? Before they can complete a task. So usually when you have your team members, there's that onboarding period. Okay, onboarding period where you tell them about how this organization started, our mission, our vision, our values, and what their job description looks like. Okay, and how they are going to contribute to the overall achievement of the goal. So when you bring people in, these are people with different experiences, interests, values, purpose. But when you bring them together, you align them to the organizational goals. And there are